What up, though? Hey, listen, you know what it is? It is BKA Watts, and if you're here, somebody's talking. I tell y'all all the time, tell somebody, though, but keep it on the low. It's another one of them episodes of a podcast that doesn't exist, and we live at Futureland. I get to sit down with some of the best people that y'all ever gonna hear words from. And at the moment, I'm sitting down with my man, Justis. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Happy to be on here.
All right,
Thanks for
now.
coming into the land.
Hey, man, listen, we in here, all
Is this
right?
your first time here?
No, actually, I've been to all three. This is my first time on this side of it, though.
Nice,
So this is pretty cool so far for me, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm super excited. For year 3, I fell in love so much with Futureland as a speaker. The first year, I made sure second year come on as a fellow, Futureland fellow, and now coming on even more as like a partner, trying to help organize it, bring in great people from across the country, and create these important conversations to kind of bridge that gap.
No, absolutely, absolutely. So I know you're in the VC space.
Yes, sir.
Venture capitalist.
Yep.
For those of y'all who don't. So talk a little bit about that, man. Like what you and how that works for you.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I had an untraditional path to VC. You know, usually traditionally they call it old, pale, and stale. So it's usually 70-year-old white guys from Stanford or Harvard that end up being venture capitalists. But a little bit about my early story. I grew up with a single mom on the west side of Cleveland, the Stockyard neighborhood. Got into a lot of trouble. Got kidnapped by 14. Just started being in the street life, drugs, whatever. And I just realized, like, when I met my grandpa was 76, still selling cocaine and gangbang. And I was like, what the hell?
That's
and
crazy.
I realized he'll never get out of here.
Right.
So I realized, like, I don't want to be this. I don't want to live this life. I want bigger things. I know I'm meant for more. So I moved to Florida, started building companies, started building communities just like this, founders and funders, and connecting the dots, just being a networker. I realized that we built one of the biggest tech communities in between Orlando and Atlanta. And from there, we were like, okay, what's next? And something that we're going to talk about today at Futureland was the educational gap, right?
Sure.
Most of us, we never grew up with, hey, this is how you build a company. This is how you raise capital. This is how you get to the next level. So we started a lot of that stuff, a lot of programming, just like workshops, boot camps. That turned into an accelerator. We had 40 companies, helped them raise over $13 million within about 16 months. And from there, we said, hey, we want to be on the investor side. We have the deal flow. We're putting in the sweat, blood, and tears, and we know the founders the most. So we want to be on the investor side. And a lot of people were like, you're 27. That's crazy. How could you?
That's wild.
So now it's really awesome to see, like, coming from where I came from and being one of the youngest Hispanic fund managers in the country, I want to be able to give back and pass the torch and create room and space for other people who might, be even better than me, but just didn't have that opportunity, didn't have that exposure at an early age. So that's what this is all about. That's what Futureland's about. That's what all of us are here to do is build that table and bring extra chairs.
Listen, that's one of the biggest parts of it, man. That's an amazing story to come from, and to even be here, it's miraculous in itself, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, like, there are so many that come out of that lifestyle that just don't come out of that lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Or that lifestyle stops theirs.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm happy to be here with you, bro. I appreciate you, man. This is great. So what are you looking forward to most during this Futureland?
Yeah, I think that there's a few different things. I think I'm really excited about the youth track. For an example, I got this kid in there, Joshua Gary. Shout out to Josh. I met him. He was 14, already wrote 2 books. From the east side of Cleveland, right? Already wrote 2 books, out there hustling. I just want to keep encouraging him on this path. So I'm really excited about the youth track, trying to build the next generation of entrepreneurs here in Cleveland. I'm really excited about the national talent that's coming here for the first time.
Yeah.
Last night we had John Hope Bryant, and he was like, man, I didn't realize Cleveland was this great.
Exactly.
He was like, you guys got a beachfront. There's the median average of a price of a home is super cheap. So he's like, I'm going to come back and do business. Food is good. It's the people are nice relatively, but depending on what side of town.
Yeah, depending on where you go.
Yeah. But so I'm excited about the national talent coming in and getting excited about Cleveland. And then all the boomerang people like myself. I came in, visited from Florida, flew in from Seattle. So it's good to just get this mix of people and educate everybody who's around here and create opportunities. So I'm excited about those 3 things the most.
No, I agree. And that's really great. Just to be able to have an opportunity to get eyes on us that we typically don't have is really significant. And to get those people and now they're reachable, it's taking advantage of these moments that can just do so much for you.
Absolutely.
You never know who's going to come down and touch the city, and when they do, it's like, man, put your bid in, take your opportunity, network, shake a hand, You never know who you're in a room with, or who might end up in a room with you, especially something like Futureland. That's really great, man. And I appreciate you and your contributions. And I'm excited to see what else happens and comes out of this thing, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Anything else you want to tell the people, talk to the people about before we out of here?
Yeah, I mean, just
what's
make
coming
sure
up for you, man?
What's coming up for me? So, yeah, we're gonna launch our second fund. The first fund probably invested in about 25 companies.
Gotcha.
Smaller fund one, obviously it's hard to break into, but about 3.5 million. Fund two, I want to do around 25 million plus.
It's crazy.
Invest in like 80, 100 companies. Track them, double down on the winners. So yeah, just continue to grow the firm. I host events all over the country, so continue to do that.
That's great.
And then just trying to help out. If anybody wants to reach me, Justis Mendez on all socials, JustisMendez. Always willing to help out, give some advice, or connect with anybody. But
hey, listen, y'all gonna have to wait in line because I'm gonna get the advice first. I'm right here already, you know what I mean? So we just gonna make it work that way. Man, bro, listen, again, I appreciate you, man. This was great, bro. Thank you for coming to sit down with me. Hey, we at Futureland right now. Y'all know what it is, man. Of course, I am BKA Watts. Follow me all over the place, just like it sounds, BKA Watts. And as always, keep it on the low, but tell somebody, though. This has been another episode of a podcast that doesn't exist, live from Futureland. And we out.